Hey Mech Nation, thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for the support. And Happy New Year's! Or Happy New Year's Eve, depending on when you watch this and when I upload it. But Happy New Year. It's 2020. We're starting a whole entire new decade, so this is a huge, major hit. And that's why I wanted to make this video, as well as just hint towards something coming out basically the same day or the next day, depending on when I launch this. But check out that, wait for that. There's going to be a live stream about that. But this video is all going to be about 2019 and the recap of 2019. So on August 21st of 2019, this year, Mech Nation was created. And before we go into what Mech Nation and all this stuff that was going on with just the recap of Mech Nation, I just want to bring that back a little bit to the start of 2019, because I want to look through my personal life and go through a couple of my stories and things that happened in my life throughout 2019 that sort of changed my personality, changed my vision, and changed my goals, and really changed the way I look at things in life. So some of you guys might have watched my previous video, which was something similar, where I talked about how 2019 was going so far. And so I'm just going to speed through a couple of these things. But starting out, January 2nd, I actually had to put my dog to sleep. He was 12 years old. He was really sick. And so starting off 2019, literally 2 days into 2019, I lost one of my best friends. I mean, my Scooby, which was the dog's name, he was my brother. He was really family for us. So we lost him, and it hit me hard. I mean, it was traumatic. I wasn't able to eat, to sleep for months on end, and it was just incredibly hard on all of us as in the family. So, right there, I could have been like, 2019 is the worst year possible. I give up. It's over. 2020, here I come. Screw everything else. But I said, no, okay, we'll keep going. 2 days later, January 3rd or 4th, I had a stock seminar with Robert Kiyosaki's company, which is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, during this time, I mean, I missed the first day because I was really exhausted. I was really feeling sick, but I pushed myself to be there for the next 2 days at least. And, it was awesome. I learned a lot of information. It got me back into this motivational mood. It got me thinking off of the bad stuff and onto the positive mentality and thinking. So it was awesome. I was back in the mood, back in there. And then February came around. It was I turned 21. And before even that, it was Grant Cardone's 10X Growth Conference 3 in Miami. So we drove down there because our flight got canceled. Huge story there, but basically we had to drive about 24 hours to get to Miami to go see Grant Cardone and his huge conference that he had. From there, I turned 21 on February 10th. And 2 days or a couple of days after that, my grandpa actually passed away. So I went from a really low point in my life of starting 2019 to a really high point with 10X and all this great movement and vlogging a lot of videos and wanting to create a ton of new content and great things. And then it went back down when my grandpa passed away, unfortunately. So because of this, I was like, okay, well, 2019, I mean, every month someone seems to be dying. We're in February, like, what's going to happen in March? Is someone else going to die? Like, what is going on? So it started getting you start going back into the negative. And this is a big thing because I see a lot of people, when someone passes away, they go into really deep sadness and negativity. And I get it. I understand where it's coming from, but we want to try to get back into the positive life. We want to try to get back into where we are today and not stay sorry for ourselves, because we still have our lives to live. And unfortunately, the person that we loved passed away, but we are still alive, and we had to push forward for them and for everyone else. So February ended, and then we went to March, and everything sort of started to calm down a little bit. I was vlogging a little bit, then I gave up on that, and that went to summer. And throughout that time, when I was reading, I was just moving, encouraged, vlogging, doing all this crazy stuff. Just pushing forward, pushing all the time. So in that first half of 2019, it might have started off bad, but I didn't give up because I still had 10 months of 2019 left. And that's what I want everyone to take away from the story, is that when 2020, the new decade, a new decade, new me starts, it should be, hey, look, even if the first 2 months, the first 2 days, the first 2 seconds, the first 2 years of the 20s decade is bad, if 2020, from 2020 to 2029, if it's all bad, I still have a whole year to end this decade off strong. And so that's why this isn't about you feeling sorry for me or to spew all the sadness on you guys, create negativity. I want you guys to understand, hey, positivity, right? Look at the bright side of things. You know, cup half full. I want to be like, okay, great. So that happened to me, but it's time to move on. What can I do? And then August 21st of this year, the Mech Nation was created. Literally 6 months, half a year. From 2 months that were really bad, half a year of vlogging and doing all this crazy stuff, to August 21st. Half a year after all that stuff ended, Mech Nation was created. The best part of my life right now. Greatest thing ever. And not even 4 months after Mech Nation was created, we have something else part of Mech Nation. Hint, hint, Mech Fitness. So we went from Mech Nation and we're gradually growing and expanding, and we hit 101 followers as of right now in this recording. It just amazes me. It's awesome to see that. Awesome to see the support from everyone. And so thank you so much for an awesome 2019. And just before I end this off, I just want to talk a little bit more about the Mech Nation and how we sort of went about and how we're doing so far. Because, you know, this is a community. We want to work together. So starting in August, September time, you know, Mech Nation I was trying to do too much all at once. I was trying to do the group page, trying to have the page and everything running all at once. And which was fine and all, but it was getting too much. So we ended up taking out the group for right now and keeping the page where I upload videos. And those videos have been doing really well. I just got back recently from my Europe trip. Everyone over there was a huge support to the Mech Nation, and they were just awesome to see the amount of support I was getting from them. They don't understand even English, and they were like, hey, look, I love what you're doing. Keep it up. I love it. Some of them were like, hey, I watched your videos. I understand some of it, or I try to understand as much of it so I can learn English. I love what you're doing. Keep going. Keep on pushing. Everyone asked about it. That support was awesome to see, awesome to hear. Got me encouraged, wanting to do more, and coming back. I know recently I've been sort of slacking. There's been a period, half a month, where I haven't really uploaded too much, which, I mean, was because of the Europe and everything going on with that and holidays. But we're back. We're going to try get back in the rhythm. So hopefully starting in January-ish, we're going to be back in this rhythm of constantly uploading 2 to 3 videos a week, as well as focusing on my other project that I'm working on right now, as well as something else in the future that's going to be coming along. So there's a lot of great things coming in store. As we close out 2019, we're able to hit really huge highs. And I mean, just seeing that like each video is getting the views, each video is getting huge attraction and views is just awesome to see. It warms my heart to see the support that I'm getting from you guys. The people that are really enjoying this, really watching, encouragement. I mean, I had people on LinkedIn message me telling me, hey, like, you know, we went to school together, and thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Your videos are awesome. So if you recognize who I'm talking about, hey man, thank you so much for reaching out. It really helped me. I mean, you don't even know how much the support of just having people tell me, hey, like, I love what you're doing. Your content's awesome. It's awesome because it gives me the energy and the motivation to keep on going. I mean, when I see them helping in improving people's lives, even if I just help one person with all these videos, I mean, it's worth it. If I can help one person find a better path or want to be more encouraged, want to be more motivated, I love it. I love it. Anyways, guys, 2019 was a crazy roller coaster ride. A lot of crazy stuff going on. But 2020, man, I don't care if, like, literally the whole planet passes away and dies. That's a joke. But literally nothing negative can bring me down, because 2019 was a building point, a building block. 2018 was a building block for 2019, and 2019 was one of the strongest years and best years I've had. So 2020, going into 2020, is going to be one of the greatest things I've ever witnessed in my life. We're going to hit super huge highs with the channel of Mech Nation. With everything else going on in my life, we're going to just kill it. We're going to destroy everything. We're going to hit 10,000 followers. Let's make a crazy goal of getting 10,000 followers by the end of this year, 2020, for the Mech Nation. Let's grow Mech Nation to new heights. Let's grow Mech Fitness to new heights. Let's grow everything around the Mech Nation and all the subcategories and basic businesses that's going to be created from this. Let's create a huge environment so we can have the support system that everyone needs to go out and have a great 2020 and a great new decade. Let's finish this decade strong with 2019, start a new decade, and let's not set goals for 2020 and for just 2020, but let's set goals for 2020 all the way to 2030, a whole entire decade goal. Let's spend 10 years achieving what we want. If it's fitness, if it's health, if it's education, if it's business, if it's inspiration, if it's relationships, if it's vacation, if it's finances, if it's whatever it is, dedicate a whole entire decade on working and educating and building yourself up to whole entire new heights. So when you're looking back at the end of 2029, you can look at the decade you spent building a whole entire support system, so the next decade after that is 10 times better, 100 times better, 1,000 times better than just aiming for a year goals that you won't achieve. Look for big goals and break them down into yearly goals. Set a huge decade goal and then break them down into smaller goals. With that being said though, guys, I know I'm getting heated and excited, but I'm excited. You don't even understand the amount of excitement I have for 2020. 2020 is going to be awesome. Great things coming up, great things happening. I will be graduating midway through 2020. I will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in business administration, moving down to Dallas, Texas, and starting my job at AT&T with a B2B sales associate, and spending 6 months for the second half of 2020 basically going through the training programs, becoming a better salesperson, and being able to achieve a lot more in the future. So when I set up for 2021, I'm going towards my new decade goal of having the greatest and best businesses and efforts and the best support system for you guys available. And we're just going to crush it. And I can't wait for 2030 to come along and show you guys the whole entire decade's worth of work that was done and completed. With that being said though, guys, thank you so much for the support. Share this video with all your friends and family. Share this channel, share the page, share Mech Nation with everyone you know, and really show the support that we have. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for the support, and I'll see you guys in 2020 with another one of my videos. Peace out.